Blessings to you too. Same Supreme. What's good? Eddie F, what's up, man? I need you, man. You ducking my calls. You know I need an episode out you, my nigga. Peace. He said, what leaf you roll? It varies. It varies. Definitely a leaf, though. I got to get up off of that. He said you broke his heart. I broke who heart? Here we go, right here.
Yo, what up?
Peace.
Peace, God, what up?
Good evening. How you doing?
Doing good, man. I'm blessed, man. Can't complain, man. To be living, bro.
I wanted to get you on here. Before we get started, man, I need you to repeat after me. You say too black.
Too black.
Too strong.
Too strong.
Too strong.
Too strong.
At all times.
I'm black and I'm proud, nigga. Shit.
At all times, my nigga.
Yeah, I love being black, bro. I ain't gonna front. I wouldn't choose to be no other race than black, bro. I'm so glad I'm black, bro.
Without a doubt, me too. I was introduced to you, of course, by the Queen's Flip Show, and we communicated briefly during times. I'd like you to first off introduce yourself to my audience, tell them where you're from, and then I'll interject and we go from there and shit.
My name is Stackstone. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Y'all know everybody out there know where I'm from. Like, you know what? My claim to fame is being one of the original Bloods from the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Changed his life around. Now I'm a social worker. You know what I'm saying? Came home, went to college. I felt like I needed to better myself. I couldn't gang bang forever. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do the shit I did 20 years ago. I had to keep on moving,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I told you, too black, too strong.
What?
So you in social work now?
Yeah, I work with foster care right now. I work with people, kids got removed out their homes and shit. So I gotta basically make sure the parents meet the mandates to get their kids back into the home and shit. So that's kind of traumatizing, and it's kind of rough because you gotta deal with people that got their kids removed. So they gotta help them get their kids back.
Okay, you came a long way. You came a long way, my nigga, and I respect your progress. I hope that you continue the great work. Could you tell me about your introduction into the United Blood Nation?
Oh yeah, shit, like 95, I caught a case. 95 going to 96, I caught a case, went to Rikers Island, and the first time I got locked up, I mean, not the first time, but initially I'm on parole. So I'm not thinking about like gang banging or nothing. I'm thinking about getting the fuck out of jail, getting on the phone, getting my people to get the bail money. So I went to C95. I went to a house called 16 Upper, and it was oppressed. Like Spanish brothers had that shit locked down. They didn't want you to get on the phone. They didn't want you to look at the TV, and they was taking niggas cereal. They was taking niggas They used to get these boxes of Frosted Flakes in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They'd take the whole box and just dead niggas on their shit. It wasn't dead me, but if you was like a derelict nigga, they was oppressing the whole house. So that's how I became Blood, because of oppression, and just started popping off, and nigga was TOS, niggas trying to kill me in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
So you personally know what it's like to be oppressed in prison?
Not me, but my people. Like you said, I'm black.
Yeah.
So you got a certain element of niggas that's in jail that won't stand up for themselves.
Got it.
I fell in there when niggas didn't speak up for themselves, and I'm not letting nobody oppress me. That shit is not gonna happen. You gotta kill me in there, because you're gonna take something that I'm supposed to have.
Right.
It ain't gonna happen. You just gonna have to stab me up. That's it.
Okay. What exactly is your status? Because you was on the couch with some real major league dudes and shit. So what was your status? Why was you invited to the cipher that day?
Yo, to be honest with you, fucking CK and KK. All right, you know I was the first nigga on YouTube, the first blood.
I didn't know that.
Right?
I thought it was
I was
Lil
the first.
Wayne. I thought it was Lil Wayne.
Oh,
I'm
on
fucking
YouTube, I mean. Well, I was the first one talking that shit, right?
okay.
So I guess they was like, yo, Stack, we need you to come up there with us to make it more credible, you know what I'm saying? Because that was like the first time New York got to see faces to all the names. You know what I'm saying? So I got up there, you know, niggas was drunk, niggas was hennied up. I wasn't hennied up, you know what I'm saying? My whole purpose was, I didn't know what their purpose was. I didn't know they came up there to talk about Soul B. So my whole thing was, nah, don't do that here. If you could see, I'm always in CK ear, like, yo, chill. But, you know, CK was, he had some shit on his mind. Nigga was drinking. That's the mixture. And then we had some words about Casanova, my situation with Casanova. Shit just got out of hand. Ain't nothing happened, though. Ain't no fist fly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm nice with these. You gotta know that I got trained to New Jersey now.
Okay.
So my first bid was in Jersey, so I was fucking with Philly niggas, Jersey niggas. They taught me the skill, you know what I'm saying?
You did a state bid in Jersey?
Yeah, I was locked up in Jamesburg. My first bid was in Jamesburg. Then I went to Yardville.
Jamesburg.
Boys Town Epson unit.
Okay. Jamesburg, that was like a young boy spot, right?
Yeah. It was a young boy spot. I was only 14, so I wasn't old enough to go to Trenton or Broadway, none of the big houses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I heard the stories about the niggas that was, you know, there's some thorough Jersey niggas and some thorough Philly niggas that, you know what I'm saying, I ran across. Like a lot of bank robbing niggas and a lot of them Philly niggas was locked up for police bodies, you know what I'm saying? Like they was killing police back then. So I'm familiar with the crime out there. It was no joke.
You announced that you was good with your hands. You was trained in New Jersey. Is there a difference? Is there a difference between the hand game in New York State prisons and Jersey, Philly?
Yeah, it's a big difference. Like, boom. All right, so New York, we had motherfuckers that was boxing like Mike Tyson, Mark Breland. But the streets, we knew a lot of 52. Like, the streets knew like 52 pickup. Jersey knew the art, like the combinations I needed. You know what I'm saying? They taught me how to knock two niggas out at one time. Like, how you size niggas up on the square.
Right.
And you could hit. So, I mean, and they used to box every day, bro. Every day they putting on towels and boxing, bro. Niggas losing teeth. Niggas is breaking jaws and shit. It was just regular footy. They say some shit like this. They'll go, let's go hard to the body, soft to the face. And that's how they play.
Yeah.
So I got used to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Brooklyn nigga. I had to fight every day anyway. So by the time I was in there a little under a year, I was nice with my shit. Like, I got nice, bro. Came back to Brooklyn just knocking niggas out like nothing.
No doubt. So you definitely, it was definitely needed. The United Blood Nation at the time, it was needed. You feel it was needed?
Yeah, that shit was needed, bro. That shit was needed because them Spanish brothers, they was oppressing, man. They had shit locked.
Okay. If the organization was initially created as a defense mechanism for blacks, did that go for everybody black?
Yeah, everybody black. I mean, they was holding everybody black down, but at one point, it was like motherfuckers was cutting anything going against blood. If you was black, if you was like, they didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got. I've never seen no primitive shit like that before. I've never seen that much bloodshed until you seen cuttings, but not like that shit. Like the blood just took over.
Right. Was there a difference in the level of violence when you left Rikers Island to going upstate?
Yeah, it was a difference. Going upstate, they had a lot of knives and shit.
Hold on. You said they had a lot of knives.
Them fucking bone crushers is different than fucking with them razors, bro.
Right.
When you fucking with them shits, like they steal like that real knife shit, cause you know when you get upstate, they got a lot of metal shops where you can sharpen knives and shit. Yeah. So it's real knives, you know what I'm saying? And I got poked up before. I got hit in my lungs. I know the feeling. Like your ass will collapse. That shit will start seeking in your lungs and you can't move. Like you can't move nothing.
Right.
That's why I would rather get shot than to get stabbed any day.
Who was you stabbed by? Do you care to share that?
Yeah.
Share the incident. Was that a conflict? Was y'all at war?
Yeah, we was at war. I got stabbed in my back. I don't even know who stabbed me, actually. So when you go out there, it be crowds of motherfuckers. So I'm fighting, and nigga hit me in the back. And you know your lungs is like 1 inch off your back. So you can just tap your back, you can have a collapsed lung like that.
Did you feel that shit immediately?
Nah, I didn't. My adrenaline was going too hard, but I started feeling it like soon after the shit was over. Body started cramping, fell to the floor, couldn't get up. Had to go get the chest tube, you know what I'm saying? Had to recover from the you know, the shit go through your shit. They put the chest tube through you while you awoke and shit. So you could feel your organs moving and shit.
Damn.
So I would rather get shot than to get stabbed because that shit is like internal shit. That shit would fuck you up bad, bro.
What,
that's why that's why I know a lot of niggas like to stab niggas because it fuck you up, man. Like bullets go straight through you, knives will ravage your insides and shit.
Damn.
How you fucked up, coughing up blood and shit. Fucked up.
What jail you was at with Larry Davis?
I was in Auburn and I was in Wendy's with him.
You was in both jails?
Right. Yeah.
What was your first encounter like with him? Or when was the first time you seen him or whatever?
I seen him the first time in Auburn. Spinning the yard. He used to spin the yard. But he wasn't coming out of cell a lot. But see, in Auburn, when you're in Auburn, you can't hide in that jail. That jail, you gotta go to the yard. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause everything is in the middle of the yard. It's like a big circle. So everything you gotta get, the commissary, you gotta walk through the law. You gotta go to the bathhouse, you gotta walk through the yard. You gotta go to the law library, you gotta walk through the yard. You wanna go to the place, everything. You wanna go to, you can't hide. So you gotta go to that yard. And then it's so dangerous, it's so gangster in Auburn that the commissary is outside, right? And you gotta wait outside. When you come out, all the goons be sitting around waiting for their pay. It'd be like poker debts and shit,
yeah,
extortion. So all the goons be right around that yard. So if you can't hold it down, you know you get a $55 every 2 week buy. So you come out with a big, probably couple of net bags. If you can't hold that shit down, the goons is gonna take it from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of dangerous. You couldn't play that yard like that. But Larry, that was my first encounter with him. But I had my own thoughts of this nigga. Right? I wanted to meet the nigga. I was a Larry Davis fan. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, like I was like, a nigga did that, I want to meet this gully nigga right here. Nigga, right. He clapping police. I like a nigga like that. But he wasn't what I thought he was gonna be. He was like more or less not fucking with nobody. I think he was like battling schizophrenia, man, to be honest with you.
Okay, when you say no fucking with nobody, you mean introverted? Like you said, he didn't come out of cell a lot. I seen dudes that be having a lot of tick do their time like that. That's how some people do their time and shit.
Yeah, he ain't play the yard a lot. He ain't play the yard a lot, man. I mean, when I was in Wendy, he never went out. Because when you're in Wendy, they got small yards. Each block got a yard. He never came out in that yard. You know what I'm saying? Never. I never seen him come out in that yard. So sometime when you got like an old timer or a nigga that you admire, you could come out in the gallery and go down to his cell and, you know, be a porter and play chats with the nigga or kick it with the nigga. But he wasn't on that type of time. That nigga didn't want nobody at his cell. He might have shit you down or pissed you down if he came down there. I mean, he was on it like that, bro.
He was on it like that?
Yeah, he'll piss you down or shit you down if you came and stood in front of his cell. Because he became real paranoid. Like he thought everybody was out to get him. And I thought, damn, nigga he ain't got no people, nigga from the Bronx. He got a reputation where the Bronx niggas at. Like they wasn't even fucking with the nigga.
Okay. Sound like a mental health thing, similar to Pappy Mason's situation and shit.
Oh, Pap going through that too right now?
Yeah. They said Pap kind of lie. He comes and goes and shit. But yeah, due to all of the confinement and shit, just break him up after a while and shit.
Joe, that's what I was worried about. Like when I was in that hole all them years, I was worried about losing my motherfucking mind in it.
How much time you did in the hole? You
4 years straight.
Ooh wee. How you do that for?
How I did it? Yo, I tell you, I worked out my ass off. You know, when you start working out, you need that shit in the box. I was doing mad jumping jacks, all calisthenics, and I made a bar in the weight pen. Like in the rec pen, it opens up. I tied like my sheets together and made a bar where I could do pull-ups. All I want to do is work out, bro. Like I needed to work out. You know what I'm saying? I need to be on that bar. And you know niggas in jail, you see them on that bar, you see these niggas' shoulders is like, fuck, these niggas getting swole like this.
Yeah.
The bar,
yeah. Wide grip, yeah.
Well, I came out mad skinny though because I wasn't getting the right protein in it. I was cut up, but skinny, like skinny cut. You know what I'm saying? I needed to get to the weights and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So you lost a lot of weight down there.
Hell yeah, I went down to like 189. The last time I weighed myself when I went to the doctor, when I was in they weighed me at 189. I came out mad frail and shit. Niggas didn't even know who I was no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I like lost a whole body weight.
With that being said, that's one of the effects of the box. Why is the boxing during box time seem to be so popular in New York? Why do everybody got a box story? We didn't do our time like that. We didn't. We was trying to get a haircut and shit.
Well, the box is like that shit became like popular when a lot of blood started going to the pound when we was in Rikers Island, and then all of a sudden it's like natural to be in the box. Like there was a lot of ass sag shit. The police was locking us up for like administrative shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you was affiliated and you was a shot caller, they was ass sagging you. You know what I'm saying?
If you ass sag, you still get a TV and commissary, right?
Nah, you don't get none of that shit, bro.
For real?
You don't get nothing. Not ass sagging there. Hell no, you get nothing.
Damn.
They do you dirty. Now if you ass sag and you fall, they don't really put you in ass sag on a population. They put you in a box. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't getting none of that shit.
Did you serve time with Blue Boy?
I was with him, but I never did no jail. I never was in no jail with him ever. I just heard his name. You know what I'm saying?
Where was you at when Larry Davis got killed?
I was home by then. That nigga, I was home, bro.
Right.
Like I heard about it, and I was like, yo, what?
How'd you feel about it? How'd it make you feel?
Yo, I was like, who did it? Niggas was like, Blue Boy. I was like, what? I was like, why? I was like, how the fuck, why? You know what I'm saying? First thing I thought was, damn, they let the nigga just kill a nigga like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, damn. The nigga was about to come home to get a movie deal or something. He had some money on the table. But I don't know Larry's status, but I wasn't feeling it, man. I was feeling upset about the shit. You know, first of all, the nigga black, and you know, Blue Boy is Spanish, so I had a feeling about that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I don't know, but it is what it is. I ain't personally like it, but I didn't know the motive behind it. I heard it was over a chair in the yard and shit. I'm like, damn, that's a reason for you to take a nigga life and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's an interview. I ain't gonna hold you much longer. I just wanted to touch base on it. You know, get your opinion on things. There's an interview out on Vlad TV. You familiar with this interview I'm talking about?
Which one?
Blue Boy did an exclusive interview on Vlad TV detailing the murder of Larry Davis. He said he had a little smirk on his face at times. He said Larry Davis was on the ground wiggling like a roach or some shit. And then he said, I hit him 13 times. I collapsed his lung. Yeah, that's what he said. Did you see that?
But what he said he did that for? He said why he did it?
I couldn't watch all of it, but just listening to comments and people in my chat, they were saying he was going to stabs a pedophile. I don't know if this pedophile and Larry Davis had a relationship. It's his walkie. It's a relative. It's a homeboy of his from the Bronx. I don't know none of that. And I never asked anybody what color was he. Was this a black man and shit? Was Larry trying to protect another black man? I never asked anyone about that. But that was the scenario. Larry Davis interfered in him going to stab somebody with his 9-inch shank. And that was his reasoning for it. Yeah.
Yo, to be honest with you, to hear a nigga giving an interview about that shit, that's disheartening right there. Like, why give an interview? I don't understand that shit and say the nigga was on the floor like a roach. That's demoralizing right there.
Yeah, I thought it was demoralizing too.
No respect for the dead and no respect for his family or nothing like that.
Yeah, I thought it was terribly disturbing. Another thing that I thought was disturbing, that high-ranking gang members welcomed him home like he was a hero. There's videos online of people, championing him, shouting him out. I thought it was disturbing.
Yo, the only reason is because Larry wasn't well liked, man. That's the only reason, bro. He didn't have any fucking allies in jail, bro. Had nobody, bro.
Why you think somebody who bucked at the police wasn't favored by the general population? Do you think it was due to his personality? Was it Larry's doing?
Yeah, it was Larry's doing, man, because he wasn't approachable. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. So when I was in Wendy's with the nigga on my gallery, I'm like, oh shit, Larry Davis is down this motherfucker.
Hold on.
I'm like,
hold on. Somebody said he's no Fred Hampton or Martin Luther King. Neither one of them niggas got a shot off. I just wanted to, interject that. Neither one of them got a shot off. Larry got. Go ahead, Stack.
Like, when I was in Wendy, when I found out he was on the gallery, he was way in the back, I was like, oh shit, Larry Davis on this motherfucker, right? So I was like, I want to go chop it up with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I want to go at the nigga's cell, see what the nigga like. I went down there, nigga looked at me. He had his little kufi on. He was like, he ain't want to say nothing. He ain't speak, he ain't acknowledge a nigga or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't dick riding nobody, homies. I don't give a fuck who you is.
That was terrible.
Once you do that,
was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, he's not approachable. And then he ain't like Bloods. You know what I'm saying? That nigga didn't like no Bloods and shit.
A guy says, Gully, you mad a Puerto Rican killed Larry. No, I'm not. I'm mad that it was Larry. I'm mad that it was a black revolutionary. I'm mad that it was a great example of courage for young black men growing up, you know what I'm saying, who've been gunned down by these people, who've been disrespected by these people, whose mother's been dogged out, dogs sicked on them and shit like that. I thought everything happens for a reason, you know what I mean? God gave us Larry Davis, even if he only gave him to us for a moment. He was 19 years old and he displayed great courage. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. My understanding of his relationship with the police started when he was about 15 years old. There was a police officer running wild in the Bronx named Crazy Joe. He had a reputation. Everybody know about this guy. This guy ain't no secret. Some shit out of a movie. His name was Crazy Joe. And he ran wild and did what he wanted in the Bronx. It was a guy similar to him in New Orleans named Lynn Davis. Larry Davis was 15 when his situation.
So they was giving Larry work?
Yeah, they was giving him work. They wasn't just giving him work. They was giving other niggas work. There's Larry. He's not an isolated incident. Some of his peers spoke about Crazy Joe and Big Red. These was notorious police officers in the Bronx. You had the Dirty 30.
Yeah.
You had Michael Dowd and them guys and shit over.
You even had that true story about Serpico.
Exactly. I remember that movie. Exactly.
That's the real story right there.
So, there's something that existed. Larry Davis was trapped into it. When he didn't want to do it no more, they're not gonna let him go on and be a regular person with the knowledge of this. So they got to kill him. so they have to kill him. Their reasoning for raiding his crib and coming with all them weapons was that he killed 4 drug dealers in the Bronx. He beat the case. He was acquitted of it. He didn't kill them. They killed them. You understand what I'm saying? These police officers and shit. The same niggas that was going to whack him killed them people. He beat case after case after case until it got to, he beat 7 cases. 7 separate cases. On
and
top
they sentenced him on what? What was his?
He was convicted of a murder of 1 drug dealer. He was given 30 to life and shit. They weren't gonna let him continue to beat them cases. They wasn't gonna let him walk the streets. You done shot it out and then beat us in the courtroom. That just doesn't happen. Even if they had to walk up on him and assassinate him blatantly, he wasn't gonna be here. But maybe somebody did their work for him. And I don't understand how a murderer.
I think he had 30 years in.
Who, Larry?
Yeah. From
1986 to 2008. He was on his way home. They paroled a guy who's convicted of murder. Blue Boy was serving 25 to life. He got 2. He spoke about these other 2 murders on Vlad TV. So that's 3 murders. This is a killer. This is what he do. How does someone like this return to society and shit? Jail inmates ain't even safe from this guy. So how can you turn him in? How can you turn him loose where there's women and children present? You understand what I'm saying? So
I look, free anybody, man. I don't give a fuck. Like, free niggas. That's how I feel. But that's right there, bro. Like,
hold on. They said you interviewed black men that killed. Ain't no killer's been on my platform or nobody been convicted of murder been on my platform but Sean Branch. The attraction to Sean Branch's story was that he beat 10 homicides. You dig what I'm saying? That's a story.
Yo, he beat 10 homies?
Yeah, he beat 10 straight and shit. That's why they started calling him Teflon Sean. That was the story and shit. On the 11th one, he was convicted. Him and another guy had a co-defendant in the murder of a gentleman by the name of Michael Green. Don't nobody know about this. Only reason I know because I'm a journalist and I know the story. He didn't write about it in his book. You dig what I'm saying? I looked this up online and shit. You dig what I'm saying? He's never spoken about this, but he's a published author, so I can interview Sean Branch. That's how he ended up on my platform. Haitian Jack. Ain't nobody ever said Haitian Jack killed anybody. You know what I'm saying? ain't nobody
Yo, bro.
So I'm just saying, I like that type of shit don't mean here. Then they brought up Alpo. Alpo was a part of the fabric of hip hop culture. He was in the Rooftop. He hung with LL Cool J, Biz Markie. These are his friends. Teddy Riley. They have a movie about him. Cameron ran to that role and shit. This man has to be a component in the fabric of hip-hop culture. I'm going to say it again. Cameron didn't say this nigga was a snitch. You see what I'm saying? He didn't say this nigga killed Rich Poor. Man, I need this role. You feel me?
There was a lot of people trying to play that role. Nori tried out for the role.
See? Niggas want this role. So he's obviously a part of hip-hop culture and shit. So and in my interaction with him, I didn't get around him by discussing murder. Me and him got to building this shit because of LL Cool J and fashion and shit like that. My relationship with him, verbally, it was always about hip hop and fashion and shit. I ain't never promoted no killing on here and shit. What happened to Tupac, Dexter Isaac, them didn't do that. They just robbed him and shit. You dig what I'm saying? I got a clean background in regards to how I pilot this ship. But go ahead, man. Go ahead, Stacks. Go ahead. I need you to give me more.
Now I was just saying, man, shit. That's them going like boom. So I was out in Brooklyn when them niggas was running around. I'm under them niggas. Like, see, I know Tut. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Tut write each other now through emails while he at. So I know the type of timing them niggas was on. Them niggas was, they was about their life, bro. I'm talking about really, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was goony googles, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when Biggie was like, yo, fuck with them niggas, he should have stayed away from them niggas, bro. Like, it was gonna be a matter of time before something happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, like that's just the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? You got levels to that goon shit. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas, they want to die like a goon. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go out to the death of goon. Me personally, that ain't me. No. Nigga, when I grew up and I came out that box, I started feeling like I wanted to live. Like I don't want to go out like I don't want to die a gangster, nigga. Like, fuck want to do that. And I know niggas in their 50s.
Hold on. My man said Gully not from the town. Nah, I'm from parts unknown. I'm an alien and shit. I got different DNA. That's why I was the first nigga to say something about the disrespect to Larry Davis' name. I'm the first black man in the whole United States. You know what I'm saying? And nah, I ain't from the Bronx, but I'm the first black man to defend Larry Davis. Remember that shit. That's why I'm the big dog in this media shit on the East Coast, because I'm cut different. That's to my man in the chat that says some old slick shit about, you know, just so you know, my nigga, who the top dog at this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, niggas talking shit?
Yeah, he said some old slick shit, but I got him right. I want y'all to remember that shit. I said it first. I'm the first person to check this whole situation. I don't like the whole situation with you know, this interview, this media campaign about Larry Davis and shit. Remember that shit. You know what I mean? The dribble. That's why I'm the dribble and shit. I'm the top nigga on the East Coast. Don't ever forget that shit. That's why I handle the shit like that.
And that's what's weird for me. Like, nobody had love for Larry, man. So you speaking up for him, but nobody liked the nigga. And I used to be wondering why.
I never met him. I ain't do no tick with him. I have done tick with dudes that problem inmates. Niggas that's always got to get extracted by the police. Niggas that's always in conflict with the police. It's a drag doing time around them niggas, man. So I can see Larry creating a distaste. You know what I mean? I'm looking at all of them extractions. They on his documentary. He constantly at it with the police and shit like that. Disrupts prison routine. Like, they can't feed us right now because they got to deal with you and shit. Or we can't.
Yo, so,
you know what I mean?
Right. So that's how niggas was feeling. They was feeling about R. Kelly when R. Kelly was in jail, because people were picketing and fucking commissary up, saying like, get that nigga the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
we can't go to commissary. We can't go to commissary because these motherfuckers outside boycotting and shit. They used to hate R. Kelly. Get that nigga out of here, man.
Where you was at with him?
What?
The island.
Oh, nah, R. Kelly when he was in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the stories. They was hating that nigga in there. They was like, yo, man, get that nigga the fuck out of here, man.
They about to sentence
fucking
the
program
boy.
up.
Speaking of Chicago, they about to sentence the boy Jussie Smollett. He gets sentenced this week.
What? They sentencing that nigga for that
hell
shit?
Yeah, that nigga getting sentenced. They found that nigga guilty. That nigga probably going to jail. Shit. Probably going to jail.
What was his problem? What the fuck was he thinking? Why would he concoct a story like that? What was his motive?
At the top of his popularity, he was an actor on the rise and shit, and just sabotaged it.
Talk about somebody had fucking hats on. They try to bang my shit.
They said they put some white folks put a noose around his neck. You know they was gonna figure that shit out real fast.
A noose? Who the fuck in Chicago that have a noose and shit on him, shit, bro?
Yo, he said it. He said that they put a noose around his neck on one of the coldest nights in Chicago history. It was like below zero outside, with nobody outside. They went in. They went and used video surveillance. Wasn't nobody outside but him and that nigga, him and them African niggas that he made up that story with.
Hey, yo, that nigga Dave Chappelle said, "Where are you going?" He said, "Subway. Sandwiches?" He's like, "Nigga, this nigga lying, yo." He said, "Sandwiches?" At 3 in the morning, the coldest day of the year in Chicago.
Yeah,
sandwiches?
Yeah, and you rich,
or
successful. Is your book still available?
Nah, I'm online now. I got I'm doing some shit with Seeds in the Concrete, man. You could go log on to my fucking my YouTube, Stackstone, and follow that shit. Like and subscribe on that. You can follow me on Instagram, OG Stackstone, and www.seedsintheconcrete.com. That's my website. Seeds in the Concrete, one word. I got merch on there. I got coats. I got books. I got a book called Seeds in the Concrete. It's a book that I published by one of my homies that came from prison. So I got my hands on that. And I'm working on the Blood Chronicles right now. I'm writing that shit as we speak. Doing like 5 pages a day, man.
What exactly is the Blood Chronicles? Is that fiction or nonfiction?
It's nonfiction, but it's telling basically, you know what I'm saying, what I went through. I want to talk about the mental health part, what I put my family through while I was in there, while I was claiming this shit, what I put my wife through at the time, having her bring me all these fucking illegal shit, drugs, razors and shit. The pressure I had under, like, cause I was under pressure with the Latin Kings and Nietas. I was putting that pressure on her, like, bring my fucking razors in this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. You better come on this bitch. You better have razors and shit. So I used to put her under a lot of compromising situation because I was in danger. I was talking about that shit, the effects it had on everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That real shit, that heartfelt shit. Like, you know, just the trauma. It was trauma, man. That shit was a traumatizing experience.
Damn. I appreciate you coming through, man, giving me some of your time, man.
No doubt, bro. We're going to link up again, Gully.
Yeah, I wanted an overall opinion, man. Like I know I wasn't feeling like this on my own and shit. So again, I appreciate you. And
yo, trust me, if Larry Davis would have had better alliances, that shit couldn't have happened to him, bro. He didn't have no alliances. That's why it happened.
All right. Appreciate you, my nigga. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, The Real Gully TV. Hip hop, sports, and fashion. Visit my website, www.therealdribble.com. Get your PA knit. I think this is called the Superman and shit, but go visit my website. Shout out to Stackstone. I appreciate you coming through. Rest in peace to the great Larry Davis. And that's what it is. Peace.